Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off-the-cuff video, guys. So what that means is I record and upload. There is no fancy editing skills. You won't see my intro somewhere at the beginning. I do have a transition button, so if there's noise outside of my control, I can stop it and wait for it to pass the camera and filming. This could be anything from rain to noise, someone in the yard, the cows in the field next door. One Wednesday that happened, one Wednesday morning. These weekly Wednesdays are primarily a Q&A. You guys ask me questions and I answer them. It is primarily model focused and it is primarily GW stuff, of which is primarily 40k. Because it's the hottest thing right now. It's been the hottest thing for a long time now. There is some questions about terrain time to time and questions about myself, what's going on in the workshop and all that sort of stuff. We have a weekly vote, which I'll get onto when we come to it. Okay, so the first question. When are you going to make a Pile of Shame update video? Now last time I did a Pile of Shame video was just over a year ago, I think it was. And in December, I got the three weeks of December, it was the most viewed video on the channel, which is actually bonkers. But I do plan on doing one soon. I've had a lot going on here. I had a washing machine breakdown. I bought a second-hand one to replace it. 2.5 weeks later, that caught fire. So that, a lot of washing was being done by hand, and at work there's a washing machine outside, so I was using that as well. But now that's been fixed. That was fixed. They came to fix it yesterday, and there was went to plug it in, it wasn't spinning, so they had to come out today again, and just the belt would come off, so they fixed all that. So that part of when I say stress, that wasn't stressing me out as such, but it was something that was occupying my my mind and what I need to do. Now that's done. The car's going to the mechanics today to have all the stuff fixed for the NZT, which is like a MOT or a yearly check that they do on the cars to make sure they're still roadworthy. Once that's done, rest of this week, now because I'm on holiday, rest of this week I can actually just focus on doing stuff in here, as in getting up early and getting stuff done. So I plan, to answer your question, I plan to have that done this week. Bloody hell, the birds bouncing around on the roof. Yeah, I plan to have that done this week. Unless not anything else springs up on, How is work going on the sisters? Yeah, not so great. It's coming along slowly. For those of you who new here, don't know what that means. I've got a lot of sister stuff to build. I've even got this Centurion Guard from not Christmas, as got Christmas before. In total, with what I have to build and what's in that box, there's like 9 Paragon Warsuits. I need to take a moment to look at those, the instructions, to see if they are built all the same. Because if they are, then I can build one on camera for you and build the rest of them off camera. If not, I'm going to build them all together on camera. But anyway, all 3 of them on camera, because they come in a box of 3. But yes, I slowly working on those. I sort of flung myself really into Necrons off camera. So I'm building Homogons at the moment. Just trying to get all the NIDs built I can be built. So getting all the NIDs built that I can. Yeah, the sisters are slowly coming along, but not as fast as I want, because I want to get all these. I'm trying to get, I say I've thrown myself into NIDs, I have, but I'm trying to also get as much of that done as possible. So stuff that I can't build on camera because I've already done it. I built Necron Immortals yesterday. I've got some Homogons, on the table ready to be, doing bits and pieces here and there. I've got Berserkers still to do. I've got a few Terminators to do. That's what I'm want to fire through most of this week off camera, so I can actually then, when I'm taking stuff out of that to build on a Let's Build, I haven't got boxes still sitting there waiting for me to do afterwards. But sisters are coming, but just not as fast as I would like. What's the best way to store big models? Now I had a question like this before. I kind of think it was a while ago. What I do is I have 2 storage boxes. One is not magnetized, the other one is. Now the one that's not magnetised, I do put models, big models in there, just because it's not moving, it's not going nowhere, it's just sitting there. I actually have in that box, it's deep enough and big enough. I have Karais Fate Weaver, Angron, I have Silent King, I have all big models like that in there, but they're magnetised. But there's no magnet strip in there. But when I'm going, if I'm going say to Marks and I want to take Angron's not too bad because I can put in one of those empty fruit boxes, which is an empty orange box I got from Tesco's. Got all the oranges out. The box is really hot cardboard, so it's really nice. But if I am transporting, say, Karais Fate Weaver or someone like that, I don't take really want damage. It's magnetised. I can put it in the empty storage box. It's magnetised, and just bring that box. Even if it's just that one model in there, it keeps it safe and keeps it sturdy. The rest of the models, I actually just have a storage box with a flat base. I I measure and cut a magnet strip, peeled back off, and I stick it in there so it's all nice. Any off-cut pieces I stick along the edges, and then just magnetise away. I magnetise the models and just stick them in there. Now, so if I can get the big model in a box and put the rest of that army that's going with them in the same box, I'll just do that as one box. But that's the best way of doing it. If you're not gonna move the models, there's no need to panic about putting magnet strip down and all that sort of business. If the models are going off elsewhere, then yes, you need to magnetise the models, magnetise the magnet strip at the bottom. These boxes here, they're nice and handy to put down in the car and just go off somewhere with troops. But if I can have the box with magnetised models in it, I'll just take that. It's very simple. Answer your question, I've waffled on a bit there. If you're going travelling, then yes, magnetised model. If you're not, someone's coming to you, then you don't need to, because the box isn't moving. The time the box is moving is when you're taking it off, putting it on the table to take models out. I really enjoy the way in your painting videos you now show the paints you're using. What made you start doing this? You guys did. Because I do a painting video before. I do the wet palette, yeah, and I run you through the colours, and then when it comes to using that colour, I'll tell you that I'm using that colour. But people were saying to me, like, I heard at the beginning, but I haven't seen, I need to see what the paint is, because I go to model shop and I go, it's a blue, I can't remember what it's called, but at least then I can pull it up and say, okay, look, this is what it is, or I write it down because I can see what the colour is, or I don't miss the name, but I can see it's a layered paint or it's a base paint, and I go straight to those paints in that section. So you guys steered me that way, because it makes it handier for you guys when you look for the paints. Because I am the biggest culprit for this. Going into the model shop, not now, but when I used to go to the model shop, I want this colour, this colour, this colour, and I come out with totally different colours, or those colours plus more. So I think it's easier showing you guys the paint I'm using. I think it's easier for me to show you, easier for you guys to follow along and say, okay, this is where this colour comes in, everything else. Especially if you've got the video up on and you're looking at the video at the same time you're painting the model, and you're following along and you're painting the same sort of design. It makes life a lot easier for you. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring you down and show you the vote. Now, what is the vote? What it is, I show you guys a host of models, and you guys comment below on this video and vote what you want me to paint for next Monday's painting video. In the event of a tie, I do a dice roll, as Monday just gone. And yeah, don't panic if you vote for something and it doesn't win, because everything needs to be painted. I've actually got 2 painting videos on this week so far, so I was actually delighted with that. Yesterday I was getting ready, I wanted to do a painting video yesterday, but I had to wait for those guys to come to fix the machine. The whole morning was gone. Same today, the whole morning was gone. But after tonight with the car, I've got the rest of the week just to work away. Anyway, yes, I show you host models and you vote what you want me to paint. Now, if you're not sure how to spell something, because some of them have crazy names, just give me a description of what it is. If someone votes for something and you don't know, you're like, okay, I like that, I like the sound of that, I think that's that model, or I don't know which one it is, but I'll go with that person. you know, then just put on there, I vote for the same as this person did, you know, or just copy what they wrote. It's not a problem. Don't say I vote for the third one up on the left on it, because I'm not going to, when I'm looking at the computer, I'm not going to look at what model it is, because I can't carry the computer out to check. I'm not going to go backwards and forwards. Now there is a wild card vote, and you'll find out what the wild card is if it wins. And there's creator's choice. Creator's choice is I pick a model and paint it, which is a very difficult choice because I want to paint everything. So I'm gonna, and also the other thing is I check the votes at 12 o'clock midday on Friday, just so I can get stuff prepped, get stuff ready and everything else. So I'm going to show you models now. Right, so I've left the zombie head bust there because I'm looking forward to doing some work on that. Now, I might even paint it this week, to be honest with you, because I'm just really excited about that guy. We have the Blade Guard Ancient for the Space Marine Army. Again, this particular model is from the 9th edition of the starter box. I think it's the last one left from that. We have the Apothecary Biologist from the 10th edition Leviathan box. We have the Sisters Palatine. We have the Skitarii High Marshal. We have the Swooping Hawks, but the actual 3D print is called Dive Bombers. But we have the Chaos Lord of Michael Slanesh on the Steed of Slanesh. This is a very old model. We have the Genesis Occults Magus. We have the Barbagons from the 10th edition Leviathan box. Eldari Guardians. We have the Blight Lord Terminators from Death Guard. We have the Redemptor Squad, is he? The Sisters with the Heavy Weapons. I keep forgetting what they're called. We have the Necron Locust Destroyers. And I have a load of these to paint as well now. We have Lilith from the Drukhari army. We have the Drukhari Scourges. I've put Ultron up there this week instead of the Omega Red, swapped him out. We have this curious monster. This is a Catan Shard. Yeah, 3D print. I see another one of these, which I'll talk about in a minute. It's actually absolutely amazing, but I didn't print it because it's just too much of a headache. We have the Death Jester, the Eldari. It's another print. Absolutely fantastic print. We have the Death Guard Blight Drone. And we have the Eldari Wind Riders. Right, so as I said, with the Catan Shard, I found another one, which is, it's mind-blowing. It's not called a Catan Shard, it's just called Imprisoned Star God. It's absolutely amazing. It's basically a humanoid body in the middle, and there's rings go around. Then outside that, there's another set of rings the other way, and then there's another set of rings the other way. So it's like trapped inside a big, like, spinning ring rotation disc. It's absolutely amazing to look at. The reason I didn't print it is, I think there's like 16 of the little bits each ring. There's another like 16 or so little connectors that connect those bits together, and then there's the guy himself. And I was like, that's too much that's too much. I'd rather just, I come across this and I was like, this is fantastic. But again, this was an epic scale model, so I made it bigger on the computer and printed it. I got 2 of them, so I don't need them on there, but I think that's actually fantastic. I also come across a vampire for the Eldari army, and I downloaded the SDL and everything else and set it up on the printer ready to print, and then realised when I was checking Forge World stuff, because that's where it comes from, it no longer exists. They've removed it, it's gone into Legends or wherever it's gone now. So I'm like, okay, I will probably still print it, because for me it's an amazing looking model. Even if I just print it and paint it and it never hits the table, even as like a Nightwing or anything like that, it just doesn't hit the table. It just stays here, and when I'm out of this space and in a better space where I have glass cabinets, and even if it goes in the glass cabinet just for display purposes, it's a fantastic model just to have to paint. So guys, if you're seeing this for the first time, hit the subscribe button because it costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube shares video and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. We're at 892 now, so it's absolutely bonkers. Massive thank you to all of you guys. Every person that subscribes to the channel, it just helps in a massive way. Thanks for watching, guys. hit the buttons. Don't forget to vote. Until next time, take it easy.